Hey guys, this is NitroBex. This isn't a device review so much, more the devices that I use. I've got some questions about what I vape on. You get to see a lot of, well, you get to see some of them in my reviews. I pretty much do bogues for my reviews, so it does limit me a little bit. So I'm going to bring up some basic types of devices here, and I'm going to show you a couple of examples. So I've broken the devices down into whether they're a hybrid, a mechanical, an unregulated, a variable voltage device, or a variable wattage device. We'll be talking about the things I put on top later, but this is just for the thing that holds the battery. So let's start talking with the top of the list, hybrid. I have a Juggernaut here. This is a hybrid device. Now, what makes a hybrid device is it's an atomizer and the battery tube all in one. There's no threaded connectors on this. The tank goes directly, the bottom part of the tank touches the battery, okay? They're all in one. They get a very sleek look. Unfortunately, a lot of times they're kind of pricey and very hard to get too. They're very sought after. They perform extremely well, but that's one type of device. Now, next device we're going to talk about is a mechanical, and you see me use this a lot with a kick, so I can tell you about different voltages. This is a CCTS in like stealth mode. To give you an idea, I'm going to hold up an ego next to it. It just like makes the ego look huge. I have this telescoped all the way down with an 18350, no kick, cartomizer on it with a shorty drip tip. Vapes just fine. Now, where it starts to shine more is when you start putting rebuildables on top of this thing. So, just took the cartomizer off. I'm throwing on my Phoenix rebuildable atomizer. Putting my shorty drip tip on top. As you can see, it is still tiny, but you can get an outstanding vape. Let me see if there's any liquid in here. Not much, so that's because I didn't fill up the atomizer. I apologize. It's just got some leftover from last time I was vaping it. You can wrap super low ohm coils, and it performs amazing. You can also put a Genesis style on top. Again, we'll talk about toppers a little bit later, but what makes a mechanical special is I'm going to pull off the bottom of this. If you look at the bottom, all it is a post with a spring, and when I press the button, that little lever goes down and touches this post and makes a physical hardwired connection. That's what makes it a mechanical. There's no protection built into these things, so you gotta be careful with your batteries if you don't know what you're doing. But it does give an outstanding vape. So next, let's move into an unregulated device. Unregulated device I got here is a Bolt, and I got a Genesis style atomizer on top of it. What's the difference between a mechanical and an unregulated? Very simple. The mechanical you saw made a physical contact when I pressed the button. The unregulated is like a mechanical, but it has wires and a button in it. Now, example, I couldn't run this device on the Pro Vari. It would give me E1s all day long. I got a 0.7 ohm coil on here. It's just unbelievable amounts of vapor you can get off of a Genesis style device. doesn't have any protection in it, so you gotta watch your batteries. So from there, you move up to the variable voltage device, and for example, I'm going to show my ProVary. There's no watt setting on this. You set the volts. You have to do Ohm's law. We'll talk about that more later when I do Genesis styles. But it does give a really good vape. And let's say it's not hitting hard enough. You turn it up. Let's say it's hitting too hard. You turn it down. That's what's nice about a variable voltage device. Now from there, you go into something like the VAMO, variable wattage device. You can set this to variable voltage, but I don't know why you would. Variable wattage device, it doesn't matter what you're putting on top. You're going to get a similar experience. Let's say I like it at 8 watts, and I put on this clearomizer that's at 2.4 ohms. I vape it, and then I put on my atomizer, which is at 1.2 ohms. It's going to automatically adjust the voltage for me, so I'm going to experience the same sort of vape on it. That's your variable wattage. Now, these things come in all kinds of different shapes and sizes. As you see, the mechanical, I got a little tiny one, telescope down on a 18350. Biggest one on the table is the Bolt with the Genesis, which is an unregulated mod. The ProVary, just to give you an idea, 18350 to 18350 is a little larger, not even counting the tank and the cartomizer. The tube's a little longer because they have to put a computer chip in there. Okay, you can get, this is an Ego Twist. I can adjust on the bottom, so you don't have to have a replaceable battery mod. You can get something like the Groove. It's a box mod that's variable wattage. They have all kinds of different ones. The only kind of device style I don't have is what's called a bottom feeder. Just haven't got into them yet. So that's a quick overview on different types of devices.